Max and said those were the local urchins, and they kept driving. But that tree-lined alleyway runs into a magnificent castle, and that's where we're headed now. The castle I'm talking about was built by a pretty funny Prince Archbishop. The man's name was Marcus Sidicus. Marcus Sidicus had statues and figurines built in and around his castle. Whenever you walk by those things, they squirt water at you. Now this guy had a great sense of humor. Imagine he built a little amphitheater on his grounds for his summer guests. In the middle of that amphitheater, he built a long marble table with chairs all the way around it. In each chair, except for his, he built a little hole. Well, there's Maria on the right. What he would do, he would get his guests a little bit drunk. Then he'd turn some water on, just enough to get their bottoms wet. Now could you imagine? You've been drinking a lot, all of a sudden you think, whoa, what is that? And if that wasn't bad enough, he was able to turn that water on full blast whenever he wanted to. The water would shoot out of those holes. And the thing about that was, in those days, you were not allowed to stand in the presence of a sitting Prince Archbishop. You had to keep your seat. So this guy had a lot of fun with his guests. Believe me, if you come back to Salzburg in the summer and you take one of their tours, you'll walk out soaking wet. All kinds of laughing and screaming. But even then, we don't come out here ourselves to see the water shows. We're coming out here because this is where they brought the gazebo. But I'll show you something really interesting. Now, Andy's going to make a left turn here. After he finishes his left turn, I'll ask you to look to the right. Because up on this hill, you'll see a fantastic little castle. The castle you'll see here is called the Month Castle, M-O-N-T-H. It's an unusual name for a castle. There's a reason for the name. It was built as a joke. When we drive back up the same road we're turning onto, you'll see it once again. But look to the right. And there it is. You know, this area to our right was built between the years of 1613 and 1619. It took them 6 years to build all of this. 1 month before they finished the construction here, some friends of Marcus Sidicus made a bet with him. They bet him he couldn't build that little castle on the hill as they were finishing the construction here the last month. Marcus Sidicus took the bet on, made his workers work day and night, and he won that bet. But it costed him 6 lives. So we're not exactly sure what kind of mentality the man really had. But at any rate, we made it. With our very next stop, this will be a really short walk, not a long one like the first one. Look at the left of the distance. See the fortress? It's white. Did you know they painted the fortress white in the medieval days? They painted it white for a reason. They wanted people to see it from far away. Now their thinking was the closer you got to the fortress, the more afraid you'd be of it. That's why they painted it white. It went natural stone for several years, about 14 years ago.